There have been some insane X responses to Donald Trump winning this election. Let's read some of them today. Number 1, Cowboy Parker says, gay marriage, gone. Police brutality, legalized. Palestine, gone. Abortion, gone. Social Security, gone. Welfare programs, gone. Pharmaceuticals, skyrocketed. Supreme Court, red for 40 more years. House of Representatives, red. Senate, red. What else am I missing? 260,000 likes. I don't know at what point did Trump put in his platform that he's getting rid of gay marriage, legalizing police brutality, ridding the world of Palestinians, and making abortion banned. I mean, I could go on. The list is pretty lengthy on this one, but none of this has ever been said. It hasn't happened. Nobody has advocated that these things do take place. I'm pretty sure you're going to be fine. And this is the thing, the leftists are going to feel peak despair in this moment of realization that he's won the election. But it should be a roller coaster that only goes up from here, because none of this stuff is going to happen. Are they going to have any recognition of that? No. I don't know. This next one is my analysis of the voting so far. America, 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 dumb fuckistan. Interesting. Not only that you associate a vast majority of the country being dumber than the 3 or 4 small points that you identified on the map that decided to vote for Kamala Harris. I'll go back to that county clip we watched at the start of the show, where Kamala Harris did not beat out Joe Biden's numbers in 2020 in a single county or district. Not a single one. But the red here is dumb fuckistan. Okay. That's really interesting. It's also really interesting that you're a leftist and you put Istan at the end of that. Why'd you feel the need to associate Arab and Muslim countries with people who voted for Donald Trump? It seems a little bit racist. Seems a little bit like you are xenophobic and you hate Muslims and Arabs. But free Palestine. Free Palestine, guys. Moving on. We have to have a very, very uncomfortable conversation about Latino voters in this country. And a lot of people quote tweeted this or replied underneath it that Latinos are uneducated, stupid, misogynistic, and that they should be deported. Again, it's sounding a little racist. You want to have a very uncomfortable conversation about a specific racial demographic in your country? I'm hearing something that sounds an awful lot like the KKK, something that sounds an awful lot like white nationalism, something that sounds an awful lot, awful Hitlerian, I guess, is what these are the words we're throwing out at Donald Trump, so might as well play the game and throw them back in your direction. Latino voters are gonna have a lot to say, and so much as this, rhetoric continues, if they continue to speak about Latino voters and Latino men in particular, in the wake of this election, in the same way that they're doing now, we can expect a whole nother surge 4 years from now in our next presidential election, because it is disgusting the way that they're being spoken about.
And that has how many likes? I think all of these have tens or hundreds of thousands of likes. These aren't just like random extreme tweets. These were the things that were going viral on leftist Twitter yesterday as people are trying to cope with and process the outcome of the election.
Yes, fair point. Let's look at the likes here. 518,000 likes. Okay, 24 million views on this tweet. So that shows you the scope at which people believe these things and are seconding these messages. Let's move on. Never underestimate the power of large groups of stupid people. He was the worst president of the United States in history, impeached twice, convicted felon, tried to stage a coup, sold state secrets, but hey, at least he isn't an intelligent black woman. 275,000 likes. Black woman is questionable when it comes to Kamala Harris. We all know that now. And we all know the lawfare that you utilized against Donald Trump. We all know that you had the system pitted against him at every opportunity you could. And that's what led to the 2 impeachments and the 34 different conviction counts that he got out of his New York trial. And, it led to a whole lot of other things in regard to Donald Trump. And again, no accountability for the different things you've listed in this tweet and how your actions played into his triumph. Instead, we blame it all on him. We've labeled him as something, and I can't believe the labels didn't work. I can't believe our propaganda about this man was not sold to the American people, that they didn't eat it up and pay us for it. But instead, they made him the president of the United States. And I'm telling you, Trump better stay under lock and key, under wraps, in a bunker up until we certify this and get him inaugurated, because there's hitters out, there's shooters out for Donald Trump right now, if I had to guess. Another one. This man lost to Biden, lost by a lot. If you think that this is anything other than misogyny at play, you're lying to yourself. She is the most qualified candidate on years. She is viciously intelligent and driven. She is losing ground with men, Latinos, and Black voters. And this has 572,000 likes. Yes, it's your misogyny that led to Kamala Harris losing this election, not anything else. Not the fact that if she had been run in a primary, she wouldn't have made it out alive and would have been definitely passed on for some other candidate. But of course, she is the most qualified candidate on years for the position. Next, someone who worked in all three branches of government is losing to a reality TV host. It sucks to suck. I don't know what else to tell you about that. The Americans were looking for a change, and Donald Trump delivered that change. Again, no accountability to be taken. Next one, y'all worried about the price of eggs. I'm worried if I'll be legally defined as a human being tomorrow. We are not the same. 397,000 likes. This person is a trans individual, so I guess they don't know if they're going to be a human being tomorrow. I'm pretty sure being trans does not disqualify you from being a human being. You will still be associated and labeled as such, and you don't have to worry about that. Now, doesn't mean that everybody's going to use your Lorax Neo pronouns. No, doesn't exactly mean that, but you still are going to exist, and you are most definitely defined as a human being. And in fact, there's many trans people who are very supportive of Donald Trump and who helped him win this race. As we said, 1 in 5 self-identified LGBT people ended up showing up to the polls and voting for Donald Trump. So what do you have to say about that? Alex says the only thing America hates more than a rapist is a woman. Oh my gosh. Guys, I don't know what to do about this. I'm trying to, remain generous, charitable in response to some of these things. This one got 832,000 likes, by the way. So the only thing that America hates more than a rapist is a woman. And it just shows the black and white way in which they view human beings. Funnily enough, they say that conservatives don't view them as human beings, but the way that you view human beings is so superficial. They literally see Donald Trump man, Donald Trump rapist, which highly, highly, highly debatable, contestable. And then they see Kamala Harris woman. And then they do the woke math of intersectionality. Woman, black, ethnic, must be harder life than man, but still vying for same position, therefore she must win over man. So that's how we get statements like the only thing America hates more than a rapist is a woman. Oh my gosh. Do I have any more of these? Yes, I do. I have more. But wait, there's more. If you call now. Now that Trump might become president again, Palestinians will no longer exist. Ukraine will be taken over by Russia. Russia will attempt to move further into Europe. We will be paying $3,000 more per year because of Trump's tariffs. Our taxes will stay the same, but don't worry because Elon Musk will see his taxes go down. Women will no longer have access to healthcare. Mass deportation of both illegal and legal immigrants. Terrible for economy. 6 trillions will be added to the debt compared to Harris, who is only going to add 2 trillion. Okay. And the leader of our country is a sexual abuser, pedophile. Where did that come from? Rapist. Where did that come from? Racist, who tried to overthrow our government. Really good job, guys. 647,000 likes on that. I don't have the time, guys. I don't have the time. If you don't get why this tweet is problematic for all the things we've gone through on today's show, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just wondering, like, even some of these are more preposterous than what the media has been saying about Donald Trump leading up to this election. I mean, like, we're getting Hitler comparisons from some of these outlets. Where are they getting these ideas of what Trump is going to do? I think they're honestly extrapolating on what the media has said and just fueling and throwing gasoline on the alarmism that we've already received from our legacy outlets. Because honestly, a lot of this is just lies at this point. They're just literally putting lies out there on the internet to, I don't know what to achieve, to rile people up, to fearmonger. To what end, I don't know. Like, what do you want people to do?
Yeah, I almost pity the people that are posting these things. I mean, they're horrible, but it takes I hate to say it, but like a certain gullibility or weak-mindedness to really accept these narratives so vociferously and so catastrophically when and going even beyond what the media says. And I think the media bears a lot of culpability in perpetuating a lot of these narratives, as you said, with, you know, calling Trump Hitler and all the race and all this stuff. But my goodness, like it's almost like you've been recruited into a cult and you're not aware yet. And it's like we need to have an intervention with these people. That's like, no, hey, we're just your neighbors, your coworkers, your family members, your former friends that you cut out of your life. We don't want to make you wear a Handmaid's Tale outfit. We're not going to be rounding up the gays. We're not trying to violate your civil rights or anything like that. We literally just want to live and let live. And, you know, this ideology that you bought into kind of went a little too far on the authoritarianism, a little too far on importing massive numbers of people into the country, a little too far on the gender ideology and madness. It was actually kind of harming people. And, you know, I'm kind of slipping into, you know, that crazy girl who does the gentle parenting on TikTok.
Yeah, right.
Like, I don't want to, you know, sound like so condescending, but it's like, how do you have this conversation with somebody who's gone in hook, line, and sinker into this fanciful ideology, this total, you know, catastrophizing worldview, and just say, you know what, it's okay. You can come out. The world's the sun is shining. The world is not, you know, this you know, nuclear pandemonium. You're going to be okay. And I don't want to sound condescending, but man, I feel like that's almost what these people need right now.
Right. And they're only going to recognize this with time. They just have to, I guess, live through what it is they're going to experience, which is a Trump presidency. Here's hoping, so long as nothing happens between now and January. But only time is going to tell you what we're trying to tell you right now. And it's so interesting because this seems to be just what we run into on any given moment. It's like we're looking at the wokeness in the DEI and we're like, only time is going to tell you what I'm trying to tell you right now, but this is a bad idea. We're looking at Joe Biden running for president. We're saying, I'm pretty sure that man has dementia. I don't think he's capable of being president of the United States, but only time is going to tell you, although I'm trying to tell you right now it's a bad idea. We're saying don't run Kamala Harris. I'm telling you guys that's a bad idea. It's not going to work out for you. And now we're saying you're going to be fine under a Trump presidency. It's a bad idea what you're sharing right now, and only time is going to tell you. So I guess we'll wait. Last one here. JoJo says, when you bitches are paying $18 for eggs and being paid pennies working in the fields because there's no one else to do it, and your kids work factory jobs because there is no school to attend, and shit like leprosy comes back, I hope you'll remember how hard you owned the libs. 81,000 likes on that. I don't know what to tell you.
I wanted the legal immigrants to stay so they could pick our strawberries.
Right.
Like, tell me you're racist without telling me.
Who's going to clean your toilet, Donald Trump? It's literally the entirety of the energy that the left is giving right now is whatever that girl's name is, Kelly Osbourne. Who's going to be cleaning your toilets, Donald Trump? They're all now talking about like working in the fields, picking berries and doing people's laundries. Who was it that like Van Jones, I think, said that they're working at your laundromat and cleaning your teeth at the dentist or whatever? Okay, very interesting how things are now switching up and how people are talking about them. And they're not taking at least Kelly Osbourne was like, oh no, I meant, in the sense that they're not doing the in the sense that they're just standing 10 toes down on their view of Latinos and immigrants, which is crazy.